we're alive. Let's see what we have. Inquisitor?
Inquisitor.
Do 3 more, shall we?
At your service.
To work?
Let's see what we have.
I have raw or actually let's do a story beat.
With an Illuvion, Corypheus could cross into the Fade in the flesh.
Indeed. The Inquisitor can attest that these artifacts still work if one knows how to use them.
What happens when Corypheus enters the Fade?
Why, he will gain his heart's desire and take the power of a god. Or, and this is more likely, the lunatic will unleash forces that tear the world apart.
I won't allow it. I can't.
Indeed, should Corypheus succeed, do not doubt you would be first to feel his holy wrath.
Pardon me, but does this mean everything's lost unless we get to the Illuvion before him?
Corypheus has a head start, no matter how quickly our army moves.
We should gather our allies before we march. Can we wait for them? We should send our spies ahead to the Arbor Wilds.
Without support from the soldiers, you'd lose half of them.
Then what should we do?
You overcome it, all 3 of you together. Josephine, have our allies send scouts to meet us in the wilds. Liliana, your fastest agents will join them. Together, we'll have enough spies to slow down Corypheus' army until Cullen's soldiers arrive.
Such confidence. But the Arbor Wilds are not so kind to visitors. Old elven magic lingers in those woods.
We'd be remiss to not take advantage of your knowledge, Lady Morgan. Please, lend us your expertise.
'Tis why I came here, although it is good to see its value recognized.
Any further instructions, Inquisitor?
We've embarked on a quest that ends in facing the most powerful monster in all Thedas. Do get a good night's sleep.
As you wish.
We'll hound Corypheus in the wilds before he can find the temple or this Illuvion.
Okay. Quite a specific party. They'll either approve of everything I do in here or nothing. There will be a couple of slight disapprovals. There doesn't seem to be a party you can pick that will just approve of doing the right thing, basically, in my opinion. I mean, all kinds of allies kicking around here.
Inquisitor.
How goes the battle, Captain?
The Red Templars fall beneath our blades, your worship. Commander Cullen says they're nearly finished. Our scouts saw Corypheus traveling towards an elven ruin to the north. We can clear you a path through his armies.
Do only what you must. We need enough people.
We will not fail you, my lord, no matter what comes. Andraste guide you, Inquisitor.
I wonder, is it Andraste your soldiers invoke during battle, or does a more immediate name come to their lips?
We're in the middle of a war.
If your scouts report accurately, I believe these ruins to be the Temple of Mathal.
Which is?
A place of worship out of elven legend. If Corypheus seeks it, then the Illuvion he covets lies within. Let us hope we reach this temple before the entire forest is reduced to ash.
We are aware of the designs Corypheus has on our lives and people, Ambassador. You must excuse us, however. If If our mind wanders to our beloved kingdom,
I pray our lay fares well in your absence.
it is our return to court that concerns us. Our dear cousin Gaspard warns it might align with poor weather.
It's ambitious to predict so far into the future. I'm confident your majesty can weather any storm.
We will see how this battle proceeds. Corypheus yet threatens to engulf us. We are gladdened to see you, Herald. This day will be recalled for ages. We are privileged to witness the fulfillment of the Inquisition's purpose.
The site of our Orleans...
Your worthy cause would have friends, even if we did not will it. Men and women of faith serve you. With Orlais at your side, we will see you...
Inquisitor, I hear that's where the fighting will be worst. Andraste keep you safe. You may count on it. Good luck.
Oh, shit. No, I didn't know I opened it. Okay. Yeah, the centre of the cat. No, I'm guessing not actually because... Because, okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's not where I'm supposed to go. Whoa!
If the soldiers aren't careful with their fires, they'll do Corypheus's work for him.
One last push and we can lick our wounds. I wonder if Corypheus will show.
Do you sense the magic crackling? Something more powerful than the Red Templars stirs.
As the sun renews itself, so must the faithful renew their love of the Maker. Your penance shall be a joy, your struggle shall be a gift, for it redeems you in his sight.
Maker, let me be a worthy servant.
My thanks, your worship. I was a pilgrim at Haven. I saw the wreckage. If the Maker bids me serve you, it will be done.
Get a little bit to finish off that little prayer thing. Why not?
We can't send people east. General is just down the hill, Inquisitor. He wishes to join you for the last one.
There we clear out the storm arm. CS3 material that it is.
Grey Wardens. They must be the last of those enslaved in Adamant.
Poor bastards. Corypheus has them dying by the dozen.
Most of that first one just go sailing past. Excuse me.
The monsters are running, your worship.
Check waterfall.
For the Inquisition!
Break the silver out of it. Good call.
For the Inquisition!
There, ahead. An entire camp of Red Templars.
Look out! They've got archers on the walls.
Attacked by elves. It seems this temple of Mythal is not deserted after all.
Perhaps these creatures are the reason few return from the Arbor Wilds.
Stacking up on a tier 3 here. go.
Inquisitor. We are keeping them at bay. Follow the river to the temple.
Fiona's supposed to be there. Oh, that's colour. go to it.
There. That must be the Temple of Mythal.
We haven't seen Corypheus yet. Bet that's about to change.
I'd count on it. Be ready.
I hear fighting ahead.
Namilana Sabanale.
They still think to fight us, Master.
These are but remnants. They will not keep us from the Well of Sorrows.
Well of Sorrows?
Be honored. Witness death at the hands of a new god.
Cannot be.
Cross the bridge, now!
Yeah, that's gonna stop a fucking dragon. Alright. Alright, I'll let it off with its magical seal.
At last, Mythal's sanctum. Let us proceed before Corypheus interferes.
So, you want to explain why Corypheus said he was here for some Well of Sorrows and not an Alluvian?
I am uncertain of what he referred to.
You were guessing. Corypheus might not be after this Alluvian. It might not even be here.
Yes, I was wrong. Does that please you? Whatever
No,
the
but...
Well of Sorrows might be, Corypheus seeks it, and thus you must keep it from his grasp.
Let's find this well before Corypheus's people do. I want to know how Corypheus returned to life. We saw him die.
And his life force passes on to any blighted creature, Darkspawn, or Grey Warden.
So that's how the bastard survived, Hawk.
For once, I'm relieved I'm not really a warden.
We'll find a way to stop him once we're done here.
'Tis strange. Archdemons possess the same ability, and still the Grey Wardens are able to slay them. Yet Corypheus, they locked away. Perhaps they knew he could do this, but not how. It appears the temple's magics are still strong.
Is this Elven?
Atishor vir Abalasan.
There is something about knowledge. 'Tis all I can translate. That it mentions the well is a good omen.
At least we know the well.
Supplicants to Mythal would have first paid.
So, good Andrastians, we offer a prayer to elven gods.
If need be, unless you wish to turn back.
There.
Well done. Let us see what awaits. I see the Red Templars have already encountered the temple's guardians.
Those elves lay an impressive ambush. Where are they?
Preparing another display of hospitality, no doubt.
Alright. So basically, that right there shouldn't be here. Essentially. Go back to talk about.
Why would this be here?
Something wrong?
It depicts the dread wolf, Fen-Harel. In elven tales, he tricks their gods into sealing themselves away in the beyond for all time. Setting Fen-Harel in Mythal's greatest sanctum is as blasphemous as painting Andraste naked in the chantry.
Some chantries display statues of Andraste's betrayer, Mafarath, as part of the chant.
It might fulfill a similar function. A reminder of vigilance for the faithful.
For all your knowledge, Lady
This was a movie.
you cannot resist giving
Me
legend
holding the
weight to
camera
history.
like that
The wise
could be
do not mistake one for the other.
foreshadowing.
Pray tell, what
But it
meaning
ain't.
does our
So, you
elven
have to wait like
expert
40 hours of gameplay to
sense
find out what
lurking
the fuck I mean
behind
by that.
this?
None we can discern by staring at it.
You two look like you're about to kiss when you argue.
'Tis time we pressed forward.
Agreed.
Oh, I like that. Just embarrassed them into fucking moving on.
The Temple of Mythal, constructed in an age when elves, not men, dominated this land. They believed Mythal a goddess of justice. Elves came here to request judgment, after they proved their worth.
Silence has reigned here for time beyond memory.
Hold them off!
might catch them.
No. No, don't.
Hold a moment. While they rush ahead, this leads to our true destination. We should walk the petitioner's path as before.
You've an army dying out there, Inquisitor. We're wasting time fiddling with this magic. If jumping down will get us out faster, we should do it.
In this case, I must agree with the witch. This is ancient ground, deserving of our respect.
You see the urgency? We cannot find the Well of Sorrows unprepared.
We don't...
Let Corypheus would squander the ancient power of the well. I would have it restored.
You barely know what the Well of Sorrows is.
Yes. Is Theda so full? Mankind blunders through. We must stem the tide, or be... I read more in... It said a great boon is given to those who use the Well of Sorrows.
What exactly did that all...
Like most Elven. The term I deciphered was halal. It implies the loss of something personal for duty's sake. Yet for those who served at this temple, a worthwhile trade.
Who is this meant to be?
Fallandine, overseer of funerals and guide to the elven dead. I have heard the Dalish invoke him on their deathbed, or before quests from which they expect no return.
People cling to whatever gives them hope when their time comes.
Perhaps that's why the Dalish sometimes refer to Fallandine as the Merciful One.
I do not believe they sing songs about Fallandine's vanity.
Do you know any legends?
It is said Fallandine's appetite for adulation was so great, he began wars to amass more worshippers. The blood of those who wouldn't bow low filled lakes wide as oceans. Mythal rallied the gods once the shadow of Fallandine's hunger stretched across her own people. It was almost too late. Fallandine only surrendered when his brethren bloodied him in his own temple.
Did ancient elves believe all their gods so terrifying?
Yes, I believe they did.
I'm at a loss at the moment. Because that's 6 across. And so is it as three across on the... No, I didn't mean to stand on that. Yeah, whatever. Figure this out. Okay, maybe if it had the whole picture on there, that would have been beautiful. Okay, right, let's see. Watch this. Okay, Oh, fuck you for not starting until after the fucking first one. Thank you.
Indeed. Time to proceed to the next ritual, I should think.
Is complete.
We are close. There is but one more path to follow.
What's this?
I believe we are in the presence of the elven goddess Ondrul, Lady of the Hunt.
Or a goddess of sacrifice, according to some.
Truly? I wonder if that is why Ondrul's patron animal is the hare. It is said the Dalish invoke her before a chase, especially if they happen to be stalking humans.
Humans clash with elves all the time. There's blood on both sides.
I do not favor either. One hears things in a Norwegian court. Many Orlesian commanders consider skirmishes against the Dalish excellent sport.
So what's that for? Alright, come here. Come here. Come here. Take my healing. Take it. Take it. I'll do. Right. Oh, titty fucking. Ah, shit. Bollocks. Yeah.
So, what now?
Come, let us see if the doors have opened.
You're not even in the fucking party, Ironbull. How dare you disapprove? Okay, we're gonna make a cup of coffee and then continue.
Will you abandon these rituals, Inquisitor? Think carefully. There is no return once we leap after the Templars.
What are you fucking talking about? See this door? This big glowing blue door that I've just lit up? Yeah, we're going there, obviously. But I'm making a cup of coffee first. Okay, I'm back. I'm just gonna roll a joint as per usual. Take that off so that the timer keeps running for the operations and the war table. Notification.
Tis not what I expected. What was this chamber used for?
We're being watched.
Venavis, you are unlike the other invaders. You stumble down our paths at the side of one of our own. You bear the mark of magic, which is familiar. How has this come to pass? What is your connection to those who first disturbed our slumber?
They are my enemies as well as yours.
I am called Abelas. We are sentinels, tasked with standing against those who trespass on sacred ground. We wake only to fight, to preserve this place. Our numbers diminish with each invasion. I know what you seek. Like all who have come before you, you wish to drink from the Vira Belasan.
The place of the Way of Sorrows. He speaks of the well.
It is not for you. It is not for any of you.
We came to stop Corypheus. He's here to take your well, not I.
I believe you. Trespassers you are, but you have followed rites of petition. You have shown respect to Mythal. If these others are enemies of yours, we will aid you in destroying them. When this is done, you shall be permitted to depart. And never return.
This is our goal, is it not? There is no reason to fight these sentinels.
Consider carefully. You must stop Corypheus, yes, but you may also need the well for your own.
I accept your offer.
You will be guided to those you seek. As for the Vira Belasan, it shall not be despoiled, even if I must destroy it myself.
No!
Morrigan!
They left someone behind. A handy guide, maybe?
Mytholanast.
That's helpful, since Morrigan...
Right, some loot in here I need to cook.
She's off on her own.
She seeks to protect the Well of Sorrows.
This place looks untouched.
I've seen Orlesian palaces with less gold. What did the ancient elves do here?
Perhaps it was meant to kindle a sense of awe in visitors.
Well, it's working.
Henshra, Gilas Velathan.
I believe she would prefer that we remain close.
Just a quick look around.
So I'll just leave it at that. Cool. We're coming.
Vir Sumiel.
Sure. Oh, you said.
sorrows.
Maker's balls.
So Mithal endures.
Fight on! An army of these bastards won't stop us!
How will you get to the well, General?
Tell... You tough bastards. A day's march, hours of fighting, and still fierce as dragons. The Chantry never knew what it was throwing away.
Samson, sir, watch out!
Inquisitor. You and those elf things don't know when to stop. You've hunted us half across Thedas. I should have guessed you'd follow us into this hole.
Your reserves are gone. So is the lyrium. Isn't it time to stand down?
To enjoy the mercy you showed our brothers and sisters? No thanks. Corypheus chose me twice. First as his general, now as the vessel for the Well of Sorrows. You know what's inside the well? Wisdom. The kind of wisdom that can scour a world. I give it to Corypheus, that he can walk into the Fade without your precious anchor.
Once Corypheus is that powerful, you and your soldiers will just slow him down.
Dare say that to my face, after you butchered my men? You're no match for Corypheus. Even if you drink from the well, you'll never master its wisdom as he could. This is the strength the Chantry tried to bind. But it's a new world now, with a new god. So, Inquisitor, how will this go?
Power is all well and good, until it's taken away.
What did you do? What did you do? My armor. It's gone. The lyrium. I need it. Kill them all! Show you bastards! There we are. You think you'll win? Take it from Corypheus. You mustn't.
Still alive, huh? That's some damn good armor.
You can take him back to Skyhold for judgment. Abelas!
You heard his parting words, Inquisitor. The elf seeks to destroy the Well of Sorrows.
So the Sanctum is despoiled at last.
You would have destroyed the well yourself, given the chance.
To keep it from your grasping fingers. Better it be lost than bestowed upon the undeserving.
Fool. You'd let your people's legacy rot in the shadows.
Corypheus needed Samson to use the well. Without him, there's no vessel to claim it.
The moment we leave, he will send more forces to secure this place. The well clearly offers power, Inquisitor. If that power can be turned against Corypheus, can you afford not to use it?
Do you even know what you ask?
As each servant of Mythal reached the end of their years, they would pass their knowledge on through this. All that we were, all that we knew, it would be lost forever.
Look around you. Everything your people were, it's already gone.
It is. There are other places, friend, other duties. Your people yet linger.
Elven such as you?
Yes, such as I.
You have shown respect to Mythal, and there is a righteousness in you I cannot deny. Is that your desire? To partake of the Vira Belasan as best you can? To fight your enemy?
Not without your permission.
One does not obtain permission. One obtains the right. The Vira Belasan may be too much for a mortal to comprehend. Brave it if you must. But know you this. You shall be bound forever to the will of Mythal.
Bound to a goddess who no longer exists, if she ever did.
Bound as we are bound. The choice is yours.
Could come with us. Fight Corypheus. He killed your people.
We killed ourselves. Long ago.
Malas Amalin Nahalam Abalas. His name, Abalas, means sorrow. I said, I hoped he finds a new name.
You'll note the intact Illuvian. I was correct on that count, at least.
Is it still a threat? Can Corypheus use it to travel the Fade?
You recall when I took you through my Illuvian, I said each required a key? The well is the key. Take its power, and Mythal's last Illuvian will be no more use to Corypheus than glass. I did not expect the well to feel so hungry.
Let's not be reckless. I don't want it.
I am willing to pay the price the well demands. I am...
Or more likely to your own ends?
What would you know of my end?
You are a glutton drooling at the sight of a feast. You cannot be trusted.
Of those present,
It's weird,
I alone
'cause
have the
if
training
I
to
drink
make
from the
use
well,
of this.
Solus
Let me drink, Inquisitor.
disapproves. And he approves if I get Morrigan to do it.
Perhaps a compulsion yet remains. Can you honestly tell me there is anyone better suited?
What about you, Solus?
No. Do not ask me again.
I thought I had the arcane knowledge. Okay.
I would be.
You lead the Inquisition. This is not a risk you can take. I have the best chance of making use of the well for everyone. Let me drink. Give me this and I fight at your side. I shall be your sword.
Looking at it, listening to it. That's not just knowledge from the ancient elven priests. It's their will.
How would you know such a thing?
That's what Abelas was telling us. The collective will of the priests puts anyone who drinks under a compulsion, a gas. Can't you feel it?
That would match the legends, but it does not tell us what the gas entails. I would still use the well, but you are right. We must be cautious.
Thoughts?
She is right about only one thing.
I trust you with this power more than her.
You're asking me? This is a...
Enough deliberation. Give me your decision.
Alright, okay, we're gonna do it like this. Why can't we do this? Okay.
It's yours.
Oh, okay. I think I've ever given it to Morrigan. I've always taken it myself, to be fair, so... Cassandra disapproves. Vivian greatly disapproves. Time to have some chats when I get back to Skyhold.
Morrigan? Are you all right?
Elasin Salah. Visan Allah. I am intact. There is much to sift through. But now we can...
See, deep down I know the best decision was for my character to take it, because if you're bound to the will of Mithal, and let's just say that Morrigan has a connection to Mithal, so I don't really think it was a good idea to have her bound to Mithal's will. We shall see.
It is done.
I'm pleased to report we won the battle, Inquisitor. When you went through that mirror, Corypheus and his archdemon fled the field. I'm not sure why.
What he wanted was no longer within the temple.
Perhaps. He spent so long trying to get into the temple, he probably couldn't have helped his forces by that point.
Then Corypheus is finished.
If he is wise, he will hide and rebuild his strength before he attacks again.
He will not hide.
Meaning he will attack us directly.
Not necessarily.
And how could you have such
The Well of Sorrows held many voices. They hold wisdom. Secrets I never dreamed possible. But even they...
Should we fear him?
Possibly. The dragon he calls is not truly an archdemon. It is a dragon, in which Corypheus has invested a part of his being. He doubtless did so out of pride to emulate the gods of old. That pride can be exploited.
What pride?
Kill the dragon, and his ability to leap into other bodies is disrupted. He can be slain.
Just kill his dragon. Why didn't we think of that before?
There is a way to defeat the dragon, to match Corypheus in his power. The well whispers it to me now. Your help will be required, Inquisitor. Speak to me when you are ready, and we shall begin.
I'll see to Skyhold's defenses in the meantime.
Okay, let's do a bit of conversation in. There are some people who are not happy about that. Oh yeah, let's do some war table operations. Nothing outside. Over here we've got 3.
Inquisitor?
To work?
Let's see what we have.
Could recoup some losses from my disapproval. Sarah especially is gonna not be happy. The cool thing is I've got a high approval with everyone anyway now, so it's not really a big deal. In fact, the person with the lowest approval is
Inquisitor?
Vivienne. I'm just gonna remember how
Fortress,
to get
no one else has them, that's for sure.
I think she approves of this, so she'll probably be quite happy.
Far be it for me.
My dear, I know you must have a great deal on your mind right now, but I need to speak with you. You know as well as I how far the Inquisition's influence has spread, and how desperate the Grand Clerics have become. Our opinion will be instrumental in their election of the new Divine. Cassandra may lack the first two, but unless you can think of someone better, she is the strongest choice.
Liliana might be a better choice.
Liliana is a well-meaning fool. She will do a... She proposes to abolish the circles with nothing. When an angry mage lashes out inside a tower, villages aren't destroyed. The mages will die and take... Consider carefully, Inquisitor.
Right, so... disapproval.
It's been quite the momentous day, hasn't it, my dear? We should probably give some thought to the very likely possibility that Morrigan will use her new power against us.
Where are we?
I don't think it's likely. I think it's a certain...
We will need to prepare. Circle records have limited. There are mentions of counterspells that may prevent. I have my people researching these spells. The pieces are nearly in place. We'll see. You've done well. I will be proud. Did you need something, darling?
Okay, she's cool. Whee!
So, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around. We went to an elven ruin, saw a witch, and wound up back here. I don't want to think about this anymore. You want to discuss something normal?
Tell me more.
I'm not making any promises here. Ask. If it got back to the... We almost started a clan. I haven't seen her. I heard the wedding was lovely. The one Bianca actually showed up for, anyway. It's not... The Carta thinks my Bianca was a freak success by a Carta... If they thought anyone else was involved, someone who could make one word... So, I really can't tell the story. I don't want any...
So how long have the two of...
Well, if you want to split hairs... We write letters. Now and then we manage... Shit, it's been what, 15 years?
I guess that's it for...
Sure. I'll be here.
He's cool. Solus isn't happy.
Inquisitor, I was... Do you have a moment?
Yes.
What were you like before the anchor? Has it affected you? Changed you in any way? Your mind? Your morals? Your spirit?
I don't believe so.
Ah.
Why do you ask?
You show a wisdom I have not seen since my deepest journeys into the ancient memories of the Fade. You are not what I expected.
Sorry to disappoint.
It's not disappointing, it's... Most people are predictable. Qunari are savage creatures. Their ferocity held in check only by the rigid teachings of the Qun. But you have shown a subtlety in your actions. A wisdom that goes against everything I know of your people.
I'm just one part of this team, Solus. What about...
Cassandra separates matters of faith from those of the world. Liliana has a brilliant mind, but her faith... but not you.
So what does this mean?
It means that I respect you deeply, Inquisitor.
And now when I speak to him, he's going to shout at me. What were you thinking? I think. In there.
I return, Inquisitor, as does the Inquisition. It begins now, and there is a timer. A blight is signaled by the rise of an archdemon, a corrupted old god. Name the archdemon of the fifth blight.
The creature's name was Erthemiel.
Correct. Well played. We will continue when I have time and the wind calls me. I return, Inquisitor, as does the Inquisition. It begins now, and there is a timer. Chantry belief centers on the enigmatic Maker and his bride. Name her traitorous husband.
Mafarath is the name.
Correct. Well played. The Inquisition is completed. And you have done so perfectly. You may have an inadequate grand prize. Inquisition, away.
He's such a freak. What did I just pick up? The boon of the spoon. It's a spoon that was hewn by a madman with the rune. I'm immune, he would croon, celebrating all too soon. He'd impugn and lampoon, thinking fate so picayune. A tycoon made buffoon by one stricter than the coon. What did Mama say about rhyming? Mama said you'd get the spoon. What the fuck? Okay. Oh, we get to the armor. Speaking to people. Who disapproved? Oh, I don't know. Fuck it.
Inquisitor?
Oh yeah, no. Sarah disapproves if I take it. It's the others. Fuck it. Speak with her. That might be wise.
Will you be coming to the meetings? After what happened, I just assumed.
Yeah. Okay, well, my inventory's pretty low, isn't it?
No, it
Oh,
isn't.
we got trial shipments. Well, you're one of those elves. You come to the Inquisition. Interesting. That I did not expect to see.
Inquisitor?
Not trying to step on your toes, you know.
Shame. Elf train only. But they don't have the ability to be further upgraded. Let's see what things I've got. Five added hits. Nice. Melee damage. Nice. Very nice. I should make some interesting conversations.
Inquisitor, I'm afraid we got here a little late. The Venatori were already here. We assume they're moving on the temple.
Hang on.
Sorry. A mining company. Strange the miners never... Oh, and some of the scouts saw a giant roaming in the...
Inquisitor, I've something for you.
Well, Harding told us they were here. Keep your guard up.
Shit. Okay, I'm feeling...
Inquisitor.
Oh, I'm feeling too hot, so I'm gonna... continue this later.